Welcome back to my views and news. In the last video, I reported about a protest in Kombolcha, but now we have received an update. Security officials have opened fire at protesters in Kombolcha city. We have details for you. Secondly, Oromia Special Zone of the Amhara region on its border in this zone. Yesterday, there were clashes between security forces and residents of the zone, and now the zonal government has taken some security measures. Limited curfew is being imposed in this zone, and lastly, a new type of protests is being conducted in Bahir Dar today, which is capital city of the Amhara region. People are not out on the streets of Bahir Dar. This is a new type of protest which is similar to civil disobedience. Firstly, viewers, Kombolcha, South Wollo, where this morning people took to the streets. Today is day 6, I think, since the start of these protests in the Amhara region. Wollo, Gajjam, Fano, everywhere in the Amhara region, Avi zone, everywhere, Waghemra, little less active in these demonstrations. Everywhere in Amhara, we are seeing protests in support of Oromia Special Force against Ethiopian federal government. Ethiopian army is trying to control the situation. The situation is far from being peaceful. Yesterday, 3 cities were put under security restrictions. Internet access was cut off in Wuldia, in Gondar, in Bahir Dar, but situation is not coming under control. What happened in Kombolcha today is that people were protesting and they were confronted by security officials. Most sources say security officials were from Ethiopian National Defense Force. Some say they were members of riot police, Amhara region's riot police. But most sources say it was Ethiopian National Defense Force which confronted these protesters. There was exchange of hot words between these protesters and security officials. Security officials resorted to shooting. They shot, they fired at protesters, and 2 casualties are being confirmed from Kombolcha. 2 have been killed and more than 10 injured. It is being confirmed by people on the ground. An alarming situation is developing in the Amhara region. 2 days ago, there was a bomb attack on a bar in Bahir Dar. 3 were killed, more than 10 were injured. And this morning, exchange of gunfire started between security officials, Ethiopian army members and Fano fighters on the entrance of Debre Birhan city, because yesterday in Debre Birhan, security restrictions were imposed. That is why Ethiopian army tried to enforce the security restrictions, but people refused, Fano fighters refused. That led to start of firing, and some have been injured in Debre Birhan too. But 2 casualties in Kombolcha are being confirmed. So it's not just protest what is being seen in Amhara. Now, from protests, we are seeing roadblocks, confrontation, deaths of civilians, deaths of security officials. 2 members of a relief organization, Catholic Relief Services or Catholic Relief Society workers were killed near Kobo on Sunday. Last night, the organization confirmed the death of two of its members near Kobo. They were killed, I think, in cross-firing between ENDF and Fano fighters, or they were deliberately shot dead. So this is the security situation in Amhara region these minutes. Secondly, viewers, Oromia Special Zone of the Amhara region, where limited hours curfew has been imposed. Yesterday, gunfire was heard near Atayai and Sanbate in Alala and Dirch, near Alala and Dirch Cabales. Oromia and Amhara news sources reported differently about the gunfire. OMN reported that Amhara forces were attacking Oromo locals in the area. Amhara news sources claimed that OLA members and Oromia forces, they were attacking Amharas in the area. It's difficult to say what happened, but reportedly a road was blocked near Atay yesterday. A road was blocked by Amhara Special Force members. Maybe some militia members were there too. Ethiopian army tried to open the road. That is what I got from the ground. A source contacted me. Ethiopian National Defense Force tried to open the road. But Amhara Special Force members were greater in number. ENDF retreated. And then there was exchange of gunfire between locals, Oromo locals who were armed mostly, and Amhara Special Force members. That is what happened near Atay yesterday. Since Oromos live in large number in the area in Oromia Special Zone, and there could be direct confrontation between Oromo locals and Amhara security forces. That is why limited hours curfew has been imposed in Oromia Special Zone. Now, curfews are being imposed, security restrictions are being announced, but question is, are these decisions enforceable? Because in Debre Birhan, we saw that government could not enforce the decision. There was gunfire, there was fighting between Ethiopian army and Fano fighters, and reportedly, Ethiopian army has retreated, though we are in the process of getting confirmation, but reportedly Ethiopian army retreated. So it's difficult to enforce these security instructions being passed in the Amhara region. Thirdly, a new type of protest is being seen in Bahir Dar today. People are not protesting. No one is out on the streets of Bahir Dar. But government offices closed, businesses closed, traffic suspended, transport service suspended, schools closed, and banks closed as well. This is a type of civil disobedience, it seems, that businesses, government offices are being closed. Government workers are not joining their work. Yesterday, one day before yesterday, Amhara resistance committees announced that they were going to start a new phase of this struggle. Today's protest in Bahir Dar could be an indication of the start of new phase of this struggle, but it's too early to say because still protests are being held, street demonstrations underway in Kombolcha, in some parts of Debre Birhan, a few groups tried to protest, and in Hayek as well. How long can this civil disobedience be managed? It's difficult, because businesses cannot remain closed indefinitely. How will people make both ends meet? But today's demonstration in Bahir Dar is a bit different. There could be problems in terms of organizing people, in terms of threat from security forces. Maybe that is why. No street demonstrations in Bahir Dar today. Sit at home, sit-ins at home, not in public, are being seen. Meanwhile, Amhara regional cabinet is meeting. Amhara Regional Assembly session was also requested by NAMA members. NAMA, National Movement of Amhara's 14 members of Regional Assembly 2 days ago submitted a request to the Speaker of the Regional Assembly to hold an emergency session of the Parliament, Regional Parliament. So far, no session. Reportedly, Amhara Regional Cabinet is meeting. Some key decisions are expected in Bahir Dar in coming hours, reportedly. Thank you for watching.